Hi, everyone. Just wanted to give you a quick introduction to the current Shaklee product guide online. And first of all, to show you where to find it. So if you go on to either your personal website or to this link here and scroll all the way down towards the bottom, you will see a box here that says Online Product Guide. We're going to go into this, and I'm going to do a real quick overview for you of the entire product guide. So as we open up the product guide, the first page you'll see is the phrase live age free, which is one of the big commitments of the holistic approach that the Shaklee company has to the way we can utilize this product line. Just a couple of historical things. This is the first company ever to have a multivitamin plant-based protein. This goes back literally decades, and really to the invention of the very first multivitamin in the US, which goes back probably over a century. So there's the commitment of our founder, Dr. Forrest Shaklee, is the best of nature combined with the best of science. Then there's the Shaklee difference, which I think is very important to take some time with. And that is the three things that people want with our products. We say is that they're safe, that they're proven, and they're guaranteed. And there's huge resource here that you can go and look at. Then this is the introduction to what is known as the landmark study that is really a lifetime of results that prove that the products do exactly what they say they've done. And there are some very powerful commentaries on the fact that even with a 10-year distinction from 2005 and 10 years later, these products, the results of the products were tested against people that use no supplements at all and people that use brand X. And the results are just literally stunningly beneficial. So let's go, instead of to the contents, let's go directly to the back of the product guide. And this is the reason why. First of all, there's an introduction to the earning possibilities. But what I think is most important is for you to, there are two QR codes here to scan the clinical research study archive and also to scan the kosher products archive. But let's take a look quickly at what else is available. If you go to this page, this next couple of pages, I'm just going to go down to zinc at the very bottom on the right. And so if you're looking to see what of the Shaklee product line includes zinc, there's a whole list of these products in the page that information is on. And there are 2 pages of this index. But this next index, this health directory, I think is really valuable. And that is if you look down the left side of the column, if you want to know, and I'm just going to start with the obvious one, which is gluten-free. And so the question is, are Shaklee products gluten-free? And what you'll see is this checklist all the way across here with each of the products listed up here on top. So if you're looking for gluten-free, for example, perhaps for vegan, vegetarian, kosher, all of these products are listed and give you a checklist. That's a very simple one to work with. Then as you work back into the product guide, I'm going to go from the back forward. This section relates to the green products, relates to the having our homes be non-toxic. Just this little 16-ounce bottle of Basic H is the equivalent of 5,824 bottles of Windex. So when you mix the products properly, they are ridiculously inexpensive. They work beautifully. There's a very concentrated product line, and it's really just one of the things to have in our repertoire as Shaklee members. Then next section is we go into nutrition from the inside out. And this is an introduction to a number of the personal care products, things like the ageless wands, some of the beauty products, the vitamin E, C and E beads, some of the introduction to many of the really beautiful skincare products and the resources that go along with them. And here's a page that I think is most important. This is page 68. Up here on the right, you can see that the results of testing these products, 100% of those who use the products ended up having younger looking skin in just 7 days. And 2/3 of them shifted their age down into a younger decade. And then I think the third part is really important. There are very small numbers of products that are limited for use in the US and a few more that are listed in Europe. But this says that 2,500 of the youth products are free from 2,500 harsh chemicals. So you have a combination of safety of the product ingredients and also really demonstrable results. So this is a powerful and wonderful product line in the skincare area. Then there's the introduction to the products for kids, some of the snack products. Incidentally, these are things that I encourage people to put, if you've got your freebies, if you do your legacy or your loyalty order and you end up with some free products, these are some things I encourage you to put on your list because they're not things that you might necessarily purchase, but if you get them out and use them, you can use them for gifts, you can use them for casual use, and then what we find is people end up using them consistently. This is the focus on the very concentrated products of the high performance line. And then there's numerous pages of some of the individual products, wellness products, immunity products, specialized products, the antioxidant powder, the opportunity, staying strong and able, bone health, heart health, and some of the additional products. So the individual products are available there, and you can go and look at them, you can study them and get more details on them. This is an introduction to what's called the multitaskers. And this is another area that I think if you're taking advantage of your loyalty orders and you get some free points, this is a place I suggest that you try some of these. Get some of these for free, try them and see them for yourself and see if they're ages, see if these are some products that you can utilize for yourself or can use as gifts. This introduces the healthy cleanse and some of the products that are focused on the weight loss, the weight management, gut health, falling asleep, aging and energy. And this is the beginning of the introduction to the protein area because this talks about collagen, and then this is one of the primo products from the Shaklee line. This is the product called Vivix. And if you look over here on the right, 27 global patents, the world's most potent and patented blend of polyphenols. And it shows a 2/3 reduction in DNA damage, 98.8% increase in cellular energy, and 13 times more powerful than resveratrol. This is a very powerful product called Vivix. It's available in liquid. It's also available in gummies and in capsules. And then this really begins to focus on the immunity products. And this is another product that we put into our water bottle every day that actually increases the immunity. It tastes great. And then the Ready Set Wellness Bundle. This is a good way for someone to just begin with a good basic nutrition program. And it, of course, it emphasizes the most comprehensive clinical multi, which is the Vital E and its various formats. This is a page that I think is valuable here on the right, page 23. What you see is the distinction of the fact that not only are the products, when you put them in your mouth or you see them on the label, it says what there is. What's more important is that each of these products are absorbed and digested at different places during the intestinal tract. And that's one of the reasons that you get the value that you do. This specifically talks about the Life Strip or the Vitalizer Strip, but the utilization is important. And then, of course, to the important pieces, and that's protein. The important fact that protein builds all of our cells, it builds our muscles, that's what builds our immunity, that's what builds everything. This is an introduction of a new variation of a protein with 40 grams of protein, which will be released more completely into the fall. And then this, of course, is the introduction to adding collagen to the basic shake. And then this is the introduction to your daily longevity shake, which is the Life Shake, also the energizing protein, and then the introduction to the Meology, which is a personalized questionnaire that you can take, which gives people a simple overview of good ways to start. So that's a quick overview of the introduction to what's here in your product guide. And hopefully this is helpful. Go through and take time with whatever you want. And what you will find is that there are links to all kinds of additional things if you go through this, so you can find out what the differences are. So enjoy your product guide. Thanks for being with us.